if it's in football, it should have been stopped before Abramovich come in, and Newcastle and all the likes of them and Man City and, they've all got their money from somewhere, haven't they? You don't wake up with billions of pounds.
Does he make a good point? Should Roman Abramovich have ever been allowed to buy Chelsea?
No, I think Jurgen Klopp spoke for many. I speak not just as a Liverpool fan, but he spoke for many when he said, hold on a sec, this is not something new. And I think the Premier League needs to be looking into those who acquire football clubs in relation to whether they're fit and proper to be running the football clubs. I can understand as a fan, I speak as a fan, why you want your club to do well. Often you only do well by having the monies to buy the best players, the best manager, having the best facilities. But I think those who regulate the game, those who are in charge of deciding who owns a club, should be doing far more robust checks in relation to the ownership. The reality is, Russian oligarchs close to Putin used property, used businesses, including football clubs in London, to help launder their money, and it's right and proper we're finally waking up to that. But this isn't the only example of Premier League clubs being used in a way that's, in my view, inappropriate.
And it's, as you say, it's not just a football issue, is it? It's all over the city.
Well, there's two things. One is sports washing, where unpopular, unsavoury regimes are used in sports as a way to enhance their reputation. But secondly, that actually many people are using London as a place to launder their money. They could be using homes which are left empty. Rather than being homes for people who need the homes, they're gold bricks. Businesses, including football clubs, being used to launder money. The government's got to finally clamp down on this. There should be a register of all those properties owned by those from overseas. There should be a seizing of assets of all those close to Putin. And those assets, when they're homes, should be, in my view, used to rehouse the Ukrainians in the short term before they're sold off. But the other assets need to be sold off, and we make sure we get the monies kept here rather than giving back to Putin's chums.
And finally, do you think this awakening in football that is maybe happening after the sanctions that Abramovich has been hit with, do you think that will have a lasting effect and football will reconsider its relationship with, say, the Qatar World Cup, for example, things like that? Or do you think it will flash in the pan and everything will go back to
I think international football, when you look at some of the allegations made against FIFA, there are big questions about, bids, corruption, bribery, who wins the big tournaments, the World Cups and so forth. But also questions need to be asked about the means to the ends. Look, I'm sure the Qatar World Cup's going to be a fantastic, World Cup. I think actually we've got a really good chance of actually winning it, even though it's in Qatar, albeit in winter. But actually at what cost? At what price in relation to lives lost building these stadiums, in relation to allegations of bribery? We know the allegations in relation to Russia hosting the World Cup in previous years. I think sport has this amazing ability to bring people together, to unite people, but also we should set an example, whether it's football or whether it's other sports.